It's week 8 of the 2022 season, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Jets and the Patriots, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Jets coming into... Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Let's go. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing, Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A look at the numbers for Aguilar a week ago. 7 catches, 81 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped, but without those guys, hard to win games.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there for the Patriots.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he comes back with one complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It fights him up, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll set up a throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And that's one as a defender where you never take your eyes off the quarterback. You're not looking for blockers or worrying about running into one of your own men. You just take dead aim and sprint directly to him.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
This is a nice job of just...
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, fellas.
So the challenge there does not go.
Jones hit and the ball's out. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. back to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Looking to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
New England's offense set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A big play there on the catch and run.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action. Jones. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. The throw taken in by Cole. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. They hand this off to Harris. Oh, nice move. And he's going to get this inside the 30. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Carter. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, look at the juke. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Jones throw taken in by Bourne. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. New England on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Open man is born. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jones on 1st and 10. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones is complete. Left side to Aguilar. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Runs over it. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
He had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Off the play fake, Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point safely through, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go around.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Damian Harris and the Patriot offense ready to take over again.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Back to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throwing Jones.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
Let's go!
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 9 now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. You ain't gonna burn me. Huge play by the defense. Not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
Well, I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback.
He's got a man, complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Touchdown, Jets.
Chris Godwin.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Rondale Moore, a touchdown reception. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Back to throw here. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. Oh, he bowls over him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Matt Judon in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd and 1. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Harris. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for New England. When he launched that football, I'm guessing he was thinking end zone, but he'll take it. Now they're knocking on the door.
I like the way you can read his thoughts. Think of it from the opposite side of the ball. They thought they had a chance to make a play and knock it away. Didn't get it done. Can they reset now and hold them to a field goal?
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Off play action. Jones. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure, they got him again. John Franklin Myers. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Two straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. New York's offense back out there and set to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dietrich Wise Jr. showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. 2nd and 14.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
They'll run with Carter.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run with Carter.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Jones.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is down to 2. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Do it.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Jones now off the play fake. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here. Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. From just shy of midfield, Jones. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
John Franklin Myers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now Carter to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
They'll check this one down to Carter.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Jones. And it's incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there for the Patriots.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Harris.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New York ready to go again offensively. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Oh, able to avoid him. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 2. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw again. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
look to throw again. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And the Jets first down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on first down. It's caught by Davis.
7 yards, the pickup there.
And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll move him back within 6 now.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
On first down, it's Harris. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Pats,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week.